Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Jay. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, man, please hit that subscribe button. Consider it. It's free, and it really means the world to me. Hey, so this video, man, I'm gonna be giving you guys an update on my cycle and how things have been going with the Tren. So if you've been following along, you know that I recently added Tren to my cycle. I've been doing test and EQ, and now we've been on Tren Ace for about 3 weeks, coming up on 4. The first 2 weeks, I was doing just 25 mgs a day, and now we bumped it up to 50 mgs a day, so 350 a week. It's not a baby dose. It's, in my opinion, an adequate bodybuilding dose. So what have I noticed so far, right? So in the beginning, the reason I started so low was partially as an experiment. I wanted to see, if there was any truth to what's being said online about Tren, that all you need is a super low dose, and even at low doses, it causes all of these crazy side effects, like you think your girlfriend's cheating on you, and blood pressure gets out of crazy, and, the hair loss, and acne, and, you name it, I've heard it even at low doses. So I had to see for myself, right? And I want to do this for you guys too, so you all know, right? From someone who's totally non-biased, I'm just here trying to give you the truth, the reality of the situation. So at that low dose that I was on for 2 weeks, did I notice anything? Maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. Nothing crazy, but, it's on top of the androgenic load that I was already taking, right? I'm already on test and EQ. Adding that little bit of Tren, I think, definitely did a little something. I found that going to failure was a little bit easier, a little bit more enjoyable, maybe just a slight increase in strength. But, in terms of side effects and everything, my blood pressure stayed okay. Everything else seemed to be, okay. I am taking ancillaries that definitely help keep the blood pressure in check and everything else along with those, but I've done other videos on that. If you're curious, please check them out. It's entitled How to Stay Healthy Even on Tren. So anyway, next, since I wasn't noticing too much and I felt like it was totally tolerable, I decided, like I said, to bump it to 50 mgs a day, the 350 milligram a week mark. And we've been on that dose now for about 2 weeks. And I am definitely noticing the effects. Now, I mean, even you can tell a little bit. You can see my shoulders are becoming a little bit more capped. Definitely a little bit more dense. Vascularity has increased, especially when I have a pump. Strength has started to increase as well. Aggression in the gym for sure. But as far as negative side effects, I actually have not really experienced any at all. Maybe slight aggression outside of the gym, like very slight, but it's nothing really even notable. I did tell my wife I was doing this experiment and, to try and be, to let me know if my mood changes drastically or anything like that. And she says I've been basically the same the whole time, So I think a lot of that has to do, again, with the ancillaries that I'm taking. I'm making sure that I'm sleeping every night. I'm keeping my blood pressure in check, all of these things. So it is my opinion that if you do all of those things, it will mitigate a lot of these crazy side effects you hear people talking about with Tren. So at the 50 milligram a day dose, like I said, I have noticed increase in strength, a little bit more muscle mass. I'm just looking a little bit better. A lot of, positives, to be honest with you, so far. And I actually am going in another 2 weeks to pull bloods, because I want to see exactly what's doing to my system, and I will be posting that. So keep a lookout for that. We're going to do on-cycle blood work on Tren, and we're going to see, exactly what it's doing to my system, and to see if I can continue running it, for longer. I'd like to run it for at least 3 months. But again, you got to be checking your health along the way to make sure that you can, in fact, run it that long, right? Because if my blood, markers are all fucked up, obviously I'm going to come off and get healthy again before I do anything else. That's obviously important. But, I wanted just to be honest on here and really tell you guys that Trenbolone, at least for me, has not been scary. It's not all that crazy. I'm not saying you're going to have the same, experience that I've had, where it's been mostly just beneficial. I am a pretty calm person to begin with, so I think that has a lot to do with the aggression. And like I said, the ancillaries I'm taking, I'm getting sleep every night, my blood pressure's in check and all that, and I think that really does go a long way. So, definitely noticeable gains. Things are starting to change in my physique. I am definitely starting to look, like a goddamn bodybuilder. And man, I appreciate all of you that have been following along. If you made it this far in the video and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing, man. I got a lot of interesting content coming up, like I said, including on-cycle blood work on Tren. I'm sure a lot of you are going to be curious on that. And just in general, man, I'll keep updating you guys on my cycle, fitness tips, advice, all that kind of stuff. So, hey, to my subscribers, thank you again. I love you all. Until the next video, stay swole.